It all started long time ago. At first it began with the dream of a duck telling me of a secret cursed sandpaper. At first I was hesitant, but as time went on, I started having bigger and bigger interests, so started listening to the duck's advice. He told me that I will find the cursed sandpaper under an old oak tree in the woods. Once I've found it, I've tried to decipher it, but no luck. Tried to calling the number that were on there, and I got a gambling house that burned down the next day. In one of the last dreams I was told a riddle. Fret this sequence that will bring you his doom, run to the hills to escape your own gloom. Don't know, wait, he woke up this early?
Time for the new episode. What the hell is going on here? Lily? Your recordings, did I disturb anything? What's with that? What you doing?
I was just prepping the cameras.
Ah, okay, makes sense. Okay, you're getting ready, so let's begin the new episode of the Tsunami Bill. Let's finish it.
I still need to eat breakfast.
So while Lily gets her breakfast in, the most important meal of the day, we can start working on... Wait, what the hell is sandpaper on the floor? That's too coarse. Useful. Ooh, neato. Ooh, this one is super smooth. What? Oh, free? Damn, never got such a smooth sandpaper. I mean, you can really see she used that sandpaper a lot, like a son of a true woodworker, burning through the sandpaper. So, okay, I'm gonna use that later. So without further ado, guitar building. And now it's time for everyone's favorite pastime activity. Finish sanding everything that you created. Ooh-wee. And now that everything has been sanded, it looks very nice. It's time to do the last thing. Wet everything down and repeat the whole process because we need to lift up the grain, so we have less grain lift when we varnish. Hooray! And the guitar has been sanded for the second time. Now it's all smooth and shiny. And I'm gonna make even more shinier by polishing the edge binding and then oiling everything. And to top it all off, I'm gonna finish it with shellac. But wait, why shellac? I did testing and if I don't know if the camera picks it up, the normal varnish kinda sucks on brass. But meanwhile here's shellac. Doesn't care at all. Metal, I don't care, I'm gonna stick. Wood, I'm gonna stick. Oily surface, fuck that, I'm gonna stick to that too. So, let's start with polishing. And now we're ready to apply the oil on the guitar. So let's proceed with applying the oil. first coat has been drying now for 2 days. It's nice and dry, so now we're ready for the second coat, which I'm gonna apply with sandpaper, so everything's gonna be nice and smooth. Yeah. Don't worry, I can explain the masking tape and all the shenanigans on top of the guitar. So, while working on the guitar picked up a couple of scratches, especially on the edge binding, so I need to fix it. But I remember that masking tape pulls out fibers of the wood, like especially right here. So, I'm gonna first varnish the wood side of the guitar, then fix the little scratches in here on the binding, and then proceed with the varnishing of the whole guitar. So let's start varnishing the wood. And while the guitar dries, I'm going to start making the guitar control knobs. Already made a test piece to test all the holes, all the methods, so I got it down. And now we're ready to top it all off with some brass, because you know we're fancy like that. You know, we can make something look nice and golden. So without further ado, guitar control knobs time. Sorry, I didn't see it there. I was playing with my knob. But anyways, I polished my knobs so they look amazing, very shiny. Plus, the walnut turned amazing. So now I'm done with my knobs and we're ready to start sanding the guitar once more, because you know, lacquer left a couple of grains here and there, so we need to smooth it so the finish would be smooth. So let's get to sanding. And welcome to the healing bench. It's time to assemble the guitar, but before we start assembling we need to polish the frets, so more masking, more polishing, because we haven't done enough of that, right? And now that everything has been nicely polished, it's time for the electronics of the guitar. For the electronics, I'm keeping it fairly simple-ish, with one volume pot and one split tone pot. I'm gonna use a bare knuckle boot camp pickup. I think it's a true grit type of a pickup. Also, I'm gonna add treble bleeds to the mix. And to top it all off, on the tone, I'm gonna add a 47 microfarads or capacitor, and I'm going to wire all of this with that diagram. And everything has been wired that can be wired outside of the guitar, and it's time to put this into the guitar. But I know it looks like a mess. Yeah, I know the professionals are gonna say use the wrong wire, that I grounded on the wrong side of the pot, that I committed a couple of war crimes, you know, the usual guitar building fandom complaints, you know. So let's put this hot mess into the guitar. So the electronics are completed. I know it looks like a mess, but it's a working mess. So up next, the tuners and the bridge and basically the whole guitar, because it's the home stretch. So let's get it done. What else could I play? What's that sandpaper still in there? Didn't I use all the sandpaper for the brass? Wait a second. I think I could play this. I mean, I have time for this. I mean, judging by my playing skills, this shouldn't be too hard to play, right? Okay, so it's start. Maybe that's not too hard. I can add a couple of things. Whoa, what the hell's going on here? Lily? What the hell was that?
You fool, you played right into the sandpaper curse.
Wait, you started a curse from...
You started
from
your own demise by summoning a tsunami from these ancient tabs.
Curse sandpaper? What the hell?
It's your time to die. There is no way to escape the waves.
Oh no.
Hear them rise. I shall escape.
Hell no. Well, where the hell are we Lily? Oh, she really did run off to the hills without me. Yeah, classic Lily. Thank you, dear viewer, for joining me on this epic adventure for the great guitar build-off of the Tsunami Bell guitar. So, also thank you to my patrons, Mara, Invaris, and Screams, who wants to be a manager, but not really. So, thank you for joining me. I have an apocalypse to survive, so thank you for joining me, and good night.